Dave Palumbo with another RX Muscle rant. And today, what I got to get off my mind is the thing that everyone is texting me, emailing me, Facebooking, Twittering, Instagramming me about. It's the Shawn Ray Dallas McCarver clash. And, Shawn Ray's name has been coming up a lot over the last couple of weeks, and it's not due to anyone trying to, initiate anything with him. I don't know if he's going on these very politically incorrect and very aggressive, attacks against bodybuilders and people in the industry purposely for attention, or if he's just, he's just, I don't know, got something on his mind or something like that. But this one was a hectic one. Now, a couple weeks ago, before the Arnold Classic in USA, I should say, Shawn commented on a video that was posted by Dallas McCarver, or was actually posted by NPC News, of Dallas McCarver posing for NPC President Jim Manion. Aaron Singerman was there, who employs Dallas. Chad Nicolls, who's his coach, was there, and they were watching Dallas pose. And Dallas was looked off, okay, for a week or two out from the show. He did not look his best, and Shawn completely destroyed him and basically said, you should be ashamed of yourself for showing up like that and posing for the NPC president. And I don't think Shawn ever really spoke to Dallas before or after that, at least from what I know. And when they were backstage at the Arnold Classic in Australia, okay, I guess Shawn for the first time, ran into Dallas and he asked Dallas, and I think we have the forum post where Shawn actually puts his conversation there, so I'm not putting words in Shawn's mouth. This is exactly what Shawn said happened. He confronted Dallas and he said, "Hey, Dallas, are you mad at me?" And Dallas was like, "Damn right I am." And Shawn was appalled. He was like, "I don't understand why. I'm just giving my opinion. Why would I be? Why should I feel bad about myself?" He's like, "Well, you should have called me and found out what the backstory was, He said, and so Shawn was like, "Well, what backstory? I was just making an observation and putting it out there." He's like, "Well, then you should have called me." And I guess Dallas felt that Shawn was talking crap about him. And I said, so, what Dallas said happened before that was that he was sick and he was throwing up before he got out to Pittsburgh. And they had already made plans to go there and he wasn't going to back out. So they went there and they wanted to pose for Jim Manion. And look, let's face it. Not everyone looks like they're ready to step on stage at 2 weeks out from a show. It's when you're at the show that's important. So basically, Shawn never found out what was causing Dallas to be a little off. And you think that Shawn would apologize to Dallas after he saw how good he looked in Columbus. But nothing was ever said. Shawn never contacted him. Then Dallas, does the New Zealand. He's sick. He continues on to Australia this past Saturday. And he has to drop out. Whatever happened on stage, he got dizzy, he couldn't breathe. They took him backstage. Shawn's immediate response was, Chad Nicolls, there he is, his coach, gonna kill him, put him in a coma, end his life early. He did it to a number of other athletes, and Shawn lists the names of Don Youngblood, who died, and he mentions Flex Wheeler as losing his kidneys, and Don Long, and the list goes on. And he basically says that it's all because of he insinuates it's all because of Chad, and that Dallas better just take some time off and clean himself out, so to speak. That would be great advice if it was true. The problem was that Dallas McCarver had a respiratory tract infection, which was confirmed to me by Tony Doherty when he came on our TV show to talk about the Arnold Australia yesterday. And Tony said to me, I was backstage. They were giving Dallas some oxygen. He was having trouble breathing. He was coughing with terrible bronchitis. Who knows? It could have been possible pneumonia. The stupid thing that Dallas did was not take antibiotics. He should have gone to the doctor after the Arnold USA, where he wasn't feeling good, gotten some antibiotics, and he would have been fine probably in New Zealand and Australia. So in that sense, he was stupid, because I think a lot of bodybuilders think that antibiotics make you hold water. I got news for you. Guys. Having a bronchitis or pneumonia infection is going to make you hold way more water than taking a little bit of amoxicillin is going to do. So don't be stupid, even when you have an infection on your arm. Take the antibiotics, because that'll kill you, the infection on your arm. All right, the antibiotics are not going to make you hold more water than the infection is going to make you hold. So don't be stupid. So assuming, obviously Dallas didn't do it, he figured he'd overcome it. He's a big, tall guy. You put someone on a 24-hour flight, and that spells doom, okay? And I'm sure that's what happened to Dallas. He's a tough kid. He didn't want to quit. And I guess what happened was he said, you know what, I'm going to push on. Bad decision, obviously, dehydrated, posing on stage, can't breathe. It's a recipe, to pass out. So he obviously was feeling dizzy. Guy's sister Nino helped him get off stage. I know Tony Doherty came back after that, and they gave him some oxygen, and I think they gave him an IV bag just to play it safe. Fluid-wise, they pulled him from the show, rightly so. Steve Weinberger made that call, and I think that was the right decision to make. But the question remains, why is Shawn going all out on this Dallas McCarver guy? Especially since Muscular Development Magazine, who Shawn works for, only has one athlete left because they don't pay anyone. And the only athlete left is Dallas McCarver. And the only reason why they still have Dallas McCarver is because Aaron Singerman, who's his boss, who owns Redcon One, pays for advertising in MD. And when he pays his advertising money that he's paying for, some of that goes to Dallas McCarver. So Bleckman's paying him, but he's paying him with Aaron's money. So you would think that Bleckman would say to Shawn Ray, hey, don't piss off and disrespect our only athlete, or we'll have zero athletes and zero advertising. So I don't know what's going to become of that, but it seems to me that Shawn Ray picked the wrong person to pick on. Not to mention that everyone likes Dallas McCarver. He's a young guy. He's 25 years old. He's up and coming. Whether Shawn believes the things that he says or not, it seems very suspicious because Chad Nicolls has always been someone that Shawn Ray did not like. Because Chad helped all the guys that beat Shawn, from Flex Wheeler to Ronnie Coleman, okay? And that drove Shawn crazy. And Shawn never used a guru or a coach, and he always felt, oh, what do these guys need this guy for? So he always foo-fooed Chad Nicolls, and then obviously he likes to blame Chad Nicolls for people having health issues. Okay, the only people you can blame for having health issues are the people who are doing what they're doing, and their parents for giving them the genetics that they did. So to blame Chad Nicolls is foolish, okay? Especially in the Dallas McCarver instance, because Dallas didn't have anything wrong with him in terms of electrolyte imbalance. Chad did nothing wrong. He had a respiratory tract infection. So you know what the truth is? If you don't know the full story, don't put your retarded comments out there because it makes you look like an idiot and it gives you no credibility as a journalist. And I know that's what you consider yourself, Shawn, a journalist, but you're not, okay? And I'm not going to bring up the whole sordid affair of what he did to us backstage at the Arnold USA. You've heard it all before. We don't need to go into that. I think that Dallas is a terrific talent. I think we're going to see him back next year in a huge capacity. I think he's going to be dominating the pro scene, I think, with another year of seasoning and training under his belt. And I hope that Shawn learned his lesson on this one, but he probably didn't because he just loves the people talking about him. So even though, he and I will run into each other at a show and we'll just sit down and we'll laugh about this probably. But the bottom line is that, he should have got the story right. And, did he have the right to criticize Dallas for the posing video? Absolutely. However, you work for MD, Dallas works for MD, you should have called the guy up and found out what happened before you bashed him. Okay? The thing backstage at Arnold, Australia, totally uncalled for because it was not accurate reporting. That's the way I see it. That's my opinion. I know you guys have been asking me, so I figured I'd put it out there. Hope you guys are loving the channel. If you do, don't forget to subscribe below. I'm Dave Palumbo for another RX Muscle Rant.